Hello everyone, my name is Andre and today we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, this time episode 39, card games at 220. I can't read. I don't know why. Card games at 20,000 feet. So, last episode, as you guys might remember, we utilized some new editing plan for those types of editing is to make it more energetic when it comes to the video, especially the openings and endings of the video. So stuff like the screen rumble, awkward close-ups, zoom ins and zoom outs and stuff like that. I wanted to make it and like add editor notes and stuff like that because I feel like that makes the video more entertaining and more fun. Now, in the comments below, I asked you guys what you thought about the experience I did on episode 38, and it did seem to me that you guys enjoyed it, so I'm going to keep improving and doing more of that. So again, in the comments below, do not forget to leave your feedback regarding that new iteration and that new style of editing that I have been planning on adding to the videos. Now, without any further ado, please don't forget to go to Little Kuriboh's channel and support him. Links are in the description below. He has made an incredible show. Like, really good. Like, come closer. Closer. Like, this is legitimately pretty fun. What, not gonna lie. And, you know, this is so much fucking hard work what the guy did. Are you listening? Are you listening? This is so much fucking work what the guy's doing. I just don't get it. I just, you know, it's just amazing. It's just pretty good. And like, I don't know, you know, I don't know. I feel like this is pretty fun. Do you like the ASMR voice? I think the ASMR voice is pretty funny. Besides that, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with your friends and all that good stuff to see more of this face. And also don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at AndreRosaYT. Again, it really helps the channel a lot. So, yeah, without any further ado, let's begin, shall we?
EA Sports. It's in the card game. In order for my...
No, EA Sports is behind a loot box locked by $200 of paid DLC, without considering the DLC characters that will be $5.99 each, and there'll be like 100 of them. So
My evil plan to succeed, I must behave like one of Yugi's friends. Odeon, you're the expert on being bland and one-dimensional. I command you to tell me your secret.
I'm laughing because I don't know what the fuck his plan is. Like, I legitimately don't understand his plan. And again, that... Maybe I'm just not forgetting a crucial piece of information that previous episodes have given us. But that just comes to show how much this show, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged show, doesn't really care as much about the plot as maybe it should. I've said this previously, and even though there's been great improvements when it comes to plot integration on the show, I have always felt like, you know, there's still a lot of it lacking, especially when it comes to character motivation. And currently, I don't understand why Merrick is doing what he is doing. I understand that it has something to do with the Millennium items, but again, I don't really understand it. His plan for me has been very shrouded in mystery, and I don't know if that's on purpose or not, but it's hard for someone that's watching to care about the evil guy's plan when they don't know what the evil guy's plan is. Like, that's kind of crucial so that you can understand if he's being a good bad guy or a bad guy. Like, if is he doing the right things for his plan? Is he doing the wrong things? Does this subplot of Merrick being good matter for the show or not? Does he need the disguise, or is it just pointless filler to get a useless twist? Because the only people that are being tricked are the audience. Those are the questions that I'm feeding myself, you know? So in general, I'm not sure about this plan because, again, I don't know what the plan is. Again, this comes exclusively from the information that I have gotten from the Abridged series, not necessarily from Yu-Gi-Oh! In the show, in the real show, maybe, I don't know, but maybe Merrick's plan is more well-defined and more well thought after. The problem here is because this show is bound to follow the story, because it has to, the fact that the story doesn't play a major part in it makes it so that the show itself becomes confusing. And although the jokes and the writing, comedy-wise, is interesting, to say the very least, although there are some jokes that nowadays would not roll, because they can be, you know, like he says in the description below, some jokes might be a bit homophobic, transphobic, and all that stuff. And sexist and stuff like that. So some jokes may not be as appropriate as they used to be a couple of years ago, but regardless of that, a lot of them are still quite clever and still quite interesting and legit criticism for the Yu-Gi-Oh show. But because this show is bound by the laws of the plot, because it's following it, you know, we are watching an episodic series that follows the Yu-Gi-Oh plot, regardless of whether or not Kuriboh wants to follow it or not, right? So because we are bound by the plot, the fact that it has been such a background thing, you know, such a background thing, you know, something that just so happened to be, well, happening while the show is going on, it makes it more confusing, and that, storytelling wise, can be quite disappointing. Again, I will say this, comparatively to season 1, the plot integration on the Abridged series has improved a lot. They are giving more focus to characters and the story that they are in and the world that they are in, which is great because it makes you care more about each and specific character, even though they might be side characters. And although I still believe that the plot integration could and should be better, I am very happy to see the improvements that we have had so far. Although, continuing on, I hope that once we reach almost the final episodes of the season, which it seems to me that's what we are doing, we're reaching the end of the Battle City arc. When we reach that, I do hope in the next arc that I can, at the very least, get to the end of the episodes and say, okay, what's happening is well defined. And this type of criticism is direct to the Abridged in this case, because it's a writing issue. You know, he needs to make the jokes, obviously, because it's a parody, it's an Abridged, right? But when it comes to the story, he needs to clarify the villain's intentions and make them clear. However, everything that I am saying is wrong if in the actual show, Merrick's intentions are not well defined. If this confusion comes from Yu-Gi-Oh! And not the Abridged show, then Little Kuriboh has no fault, and then, in that situation, it's Yu-Gi-Oh's to blame and bad writing to blame for the lack of clarity provided by the plot. So that's something I wanted to say because, you know, ever since I started watching this arc, I felt like I don't really understand what's going on and the reason why what's happening is happening. So yeah, in general, that's mostly what I wanted to discuss and bring up to you guys so that you can discuss in the comments below. Again, I will say though, unless I am wrong regarding Kuriboh's integration of the plot here, unless it's a Yu-Gi-Oh problem, Kuriboh, even though still needs improvement in plot integration, is doing in this episode, in the episodes that he has made, an actual decent job and an actual praiseworthy job of plot integration, especially considering the short amount of time that he has been making these episodes. Because usually 8 minutes, 10 minutes is not enough to cram in 2-3 episodes worth of plot, battles, and all that good stuff. It's incredibly difficult, and I hope you guys understand that in the comments below. And even though I am criticizing it, I do understand the difficulty. I'm just saying that it could be better. However, I understand how difficult that can be. So that's a thought I wanted you guys to have. So let's continue.
Secret.
I don't know. Mostly I just stand here and say, yes, Master Merrick.
Sweet Mama Jamma, that is all you do, isn't it?
Yes, Master Merrick.
Friggin' layabout. As soon as we get back to Egypt, I'm docking your pay.
Yes, Master Merrick.
And then it's bye-bye to your gummy bears collection.
Asshole.
What a bitch, you know. I love that. I legitimately love that. Oh my god.
Look, Seto, Yugi and his friends have arrived.
Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Welcome, I am Gruber, and this is my brother Hans. We need to be seeing your locator cards before we are letting you pass.
These guys are my elite Kaiba Corp security agents.
Yeah, great security,
shit.
Kaiba. We just walked right through the front door, no problem. And by the way, good job holding the secret Battle City finals in the largest, most obvious building in the city. I never would have guessed they'd be in the huge open-top Kaiba Corp stadium. Do not disrespect the future.
He's got a point though. The location would have been much more interesting if it was just somewhere random, like somewhere you could not even think that a tournament was going to be held, and then like the ground opens up, kind of like Capsule Corp style, you know, the ground opens up to reveal a stadium and something along those lines. I think that would have been way more interesting, personally, than just fight it out on the big stadium.
Führer, we shall be forced to shoot you in the kneecaps. Heil Kaiba!
You might want to tone it down a notch, guys.
Ja, mein Führer.
Hey, look! It's that
We get it.
mysterious yet
He's
highly
German. They're
attractive
German, I
stranger
mean.
that we met a few episodes ago.
Hello, everyone. I have absolutely nothing interesting to say.
Wow, not only is he drop-dead gorgeous, but his personality is vapid and uninteresting. He'll fit perfectly between my thighs. I mean, within our circle of friends.
I don't trust this guy. Maybe it's the way
Didn't
he was
they
ranting about destroying the Pharaoh right before he told all those thieves to kidnap us. Nah, I'm probably just being
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Didn't he order the thieves, I mean, before they were hypnotized by him? And didn't he personally go to hypnotize them, or as a side effect of being hypnotized by the Millennium staff, that you don't remember who did it to you? Or did he just like try to condition him into not remembering, or something along those lines? I don't know.
paranoid.
Future husband, allow me to introduce my future sex slave.
Hey there, I'm Yugi Moto, gullible idiot in training.
Soon I shall destroy everything you hold dear.
Yugi Moto, gullible idiot in training.
Soon I shall destroy everything you hold dear. I mean, hello,
Oh,
I am
fucking
Malik Blishtar, not to be mistaken with Marek Ishtar.
So it's
Your
the
words
7
sound
deadly
vaguely
sins
suspicious,
treatment.
But I'm too distracted by your
Fair
midriff
enough.
to notice. Seriously, I bet you could grate cheese on those abs.
Yes, but the smell tends to linger something awful. I still think there's something fishy about that guy. Destroy you all! Man, if I could only put my
He
finger
looks weird smiling like that. He looks weird.
on it.
Hey, it's the other sexually ambiguous character.
Bakura, what are you doing here? You should be in the hospital. Somehow I managed to cure my wanker's cramp, enter the tournament, win 6 locator cards, and find my way here on foot in less than
Oh,
1 episode.
shit.
Over the top anime reaction!
I can't believe we're expected to believe all this.
And yet apparently we do. God, we're stupid. This must be what it feels like to be Tristan.
Zack and Cody are my imaginary friends.
I say, chaps, it appears there's another bloke coming this way. State your name.
I am Merrick Ishtar. I like to take control of people's minds and dress in highly effeminate clothing. Also, I have an irrational hatred for gummy bears. I'm pretty much the worst boss ever.
No, I'm not. I mean, who is this strange
He looks
person
kinda
whom I've
weird
never
there.
heard of? He seems like a big bald jerk.
Yes, I, Merrick Ishtar, am a huge jerk.
Cut it out, you knobhead.
Yes, I, Merrick Ishtar, am a knobhead.
I command you to stop agreeing with me.
Look, I don't know what the is going on here, but you're on notice. I don't take kindly to kidnapping and attempted murder. But since you have
When-
a god card, I suppose...
Unless you're the one doing it, right? Right, Kaiva? Right, Kaiva?
suppose I can allow you to be in my tournament finals. However, try anything funny and I'll probably issue you a stern warning and wag my finger at you. Then you'll be sorry.
Can't we just have this guy arrested, Seto?
This is Japan, Mokuba. In this country, card games are the only law.
Hail Kaiba! You know, it figures the finals would be happening in the only building large enough to contain Kaiba's ego.
That's where you're wrong, Wheeler. There is no building
Oh.
large enough to do that. That's
blame.
why the finals will take place in the sky.
Man, that is the second largest card game-based Zeppelin I've ever seen. You know, some
Still
billionaires
stupid,
like to
but
use
it's
their
better
money
than
to
the
help
huge
society.
stadium.
Seto Kaiba spends it on enormous blimps and dragon-themed amusement parks. Everybody on board the Kaiba Corp Doom ship.
They still could have done this like on a building, just a skyscraper or something along those lines, you know. It didn't need to be on this huge stadium.
We have free Wi-Fi and snacks for the kids.
We can take off now.
But mein Führer, the final contestant, she has not yet arrived.
Then I guess it sucks to be them.
Ja, mein Führer.
Sorry I'm late. I was busy predicting the future.
Then why didn't you predict that you would be late?
Because shut up.
Attention passengers, the finals shall
Huh.
commence.
So I forgot her name. So Ishtar, Lady Ishtar, I mean. So she's just so happens to arrive late so that she misses her brother and doesn't reveal to the entire crew that, in truth, Malik Lishtar, or whatever fake name he gave them, is actually Merrick Ishtar and the other one is just a goon. It seems pointless. It seems like we're entering pointless plot bullshit because it feels, the way I see it, like they would interact with each other and she would reveal to the heroes what her brother looks like. Hell, she can see the future, so she probably predicted this. So why didn't she just send them a picture of her brother or arrived 5 minutes earlier in order to tell everyone who her brother is? It feels like this whole plot point regarding Merrick pretending to be their friend is just pointless. It feels like it's... I'm so done. Sometimes I'm done with these types of shit. Sorry, but... I don't know what you guys want to say. That this is clever? Like, I sometimes do feel that I can be unfair. Like, sometimes I legitimately feel like I may be unfair or I can be unfair. I'm only human, you know, and I have my personal tastes and stuff like that. So sometimes I might go a little bit overboard with my criticism. And I get it, you know, it's fine. I always try to be fair, and if you guys point out a mistake in the comments below, like, I try to take it in and I think about it, and if I agree with it, that's great and all, and I correct myself. But in this case, like, legitimately, this seems so bullshit. I don't know.
In
God.
approximately 2 hours. In the meantime, we invite you to look through the window at
It's
the city
too
below,
devil.
which shall soon be demolished to make way for Hail Kaiba's glorious utopian society. Hail Kaiba! Long live the master race! Thanks for standing by me, Joey.
I only say Heil Hydra. I don't know if I can do that. I might cut that off. I just like Hydra.
You're the best brother a girl could ask for, even though it took us about 1.5 seasons to finally be in the same scene together. Don't worry, Serenity. From now on, I ain't gonna neglect you. I'm gonna treat you with the same respect I show Tristan and Taya.
It's party time!
Tristan Taylor is in the hizzy.
Who let you people?
Actually, I'll say one thing. The first season of Yu-Gi-Oh should have not involved any of the Egyptian bullshit in it. It should have just been about the gang wanting to save Joey's sister and focused a lot more on the emotional elements and connections between all of the group of friends. That first season would have served to really develop every character, and they would have a common purpose, which was winning the card game so that they could save Joey's sister, right? There would be no hidden meaning behind it, and then near the end of it, they would discover that Pegasus had a connection to the story that we are currently watching, right? I feel like that would have been way more. Yeah, I feel like if there was less focus on the useless, kidnappings and the Kaiba Corporation being taken over and stuff like that, I feel like we could have gotten a lot of development with the main characters. And you'd have, Joey's sister, which would be the reason why they all wanted to participate in that particular tournament. And it would give all of them a chance at the finals and stuff like that. And I think it would have been pretty fun if that actually had happened. So things like the kidnapping of the grandpa and stuff like that were unnecessary plot points, because if Joey's sister actually, because the guys, this group of friends, they like each other, right? They care about each other, or at least they're supposed to. That's what we are given to believe. And because of that, if Joey's sister needed an operation and they needed money and there was this tournament, you know for sure that Yugi and Joey and the other guys would definitely join in. And that would actually make our character look very... Yugi, I mean, in this case, our main character look very selfless and very generous, because he's willing to do a lot for his friend. A friend that he has a lot of backstory with, because we find out about it throughout the show. It would give them more time to focus on character connections and character development, and inter character relationships, and stuff like that. And it would give them time to fully develop the setup for this arc. Near the end of the arc of the battle, Battle Island, or whatever it was called, when they actually go into the finale and Pegasus starts utilizing the Millennium Eye, and Yugi will need the help of the Millennium Puzzle, and the Colt and the Rare Hunters kind of intervene in some way, in some aspect. So that would have been better. And then you could have had Kaiba's a subplot for Kaiba, in which he kind of is on this moral middle, because he's doing it to save his brother, but at the same time he's still a douche. So at this point, you don't know for sure if you like Kaiba or not yet, and if he's a good guy or a bad guy. So you are in that middle ground with Kaiba, which would be perfect for the rival character, because you want to hate the character, but you also want to like the character. So you want him to be hateable but likable at the same time. That's what a good rival should feel like. You should want him to lose, but you should also like that guy at the same time. But again, I felt like there should have been more about this, and instead of this just being one of the many subplots, the grandpa being kidnapped, Mokuba being kidnapped, the takeover of Kaiba Corporation, the other people in the fight wanting to be evil and trying to hurt people and stuff like that, Pegasus' whole plot line, there's so much so much to unpack on the first season, story-wise. Like you have all of this stuff happening that it feels quite kind of pointless. Then you have Bakura's side story as well, and plan being set up as well. So there's so much in the first season that it feels like there's just a lot, and nothing of these subplots are well developed enough when you could have just chosen one of them, focus on it specifically. And I think this would have been the best one personally. Focus on it specifically, and then done the setup for the mythical Egyptian backstory near the end of that arc, which would have jumped perfectly into this one, in my opinion. And especially seeing the connection between these two characters, because they have a really good moment when she saves him. But besides that, at least in Abridged, we haven't seen a lot of them interconnecting. And besides, you know, the fact that he doesn't understand jack shit of what she's saying, then he makes fun of her, and that she's like still likes him regardless and stuff like that. So they have that kind of relationship that Abridged has created, which is very funny. And Abridged has actually done a very interesting brother-sister relationship, because it's not like they hate each other or that they are just legit mean to each other and make jokes at each other. You know, they do seem like they care about each other in general, but at the same time, they utilize the comedy to like kind of insult the characters at the same time, like make fun of each other, which kind of feels like a realistic brother-sister relationship sometimes, because, you know, there are brothers and sisters that are like this, and they love each other, but they just insult each other all the time, because it's funny, you know, it's funny to just make fun of your little brother or little sister, or big brother and big sister. You know, a lot of people with siblings will be able to relate to this and stuff. So personally, I felt like that would have been brilliant, and that would have elevated the show, but that's it. Again, that's just an analysis on my behalf.
People in here.
Let's raid Joey's minibar and get...
Look at that, Duke Devlin. I still don't get it. I still don't get it. Like, I'm sorry, but if you take this hair and the brows and this hair and the brows and change them, he would be him. Like, they're mostly the same. The eyes change a little bit. But my point is, like, why is this show making him to be like this sex symbol? I don't get that. Was he that popular when between the female and homosexual viewers? Was he that popular? Because again, like personally, I don't really see it, and I would like to know if it's like the reason why he's making that joke. It's like, is it a meme that I just don't get? Is it because when this character was revealed, he was extremely popular between the female Yu-Gi-Oh fan base and maybe the homosexual fan base, because they were sexually attracted to this guy, and they viewed him as a sex symbol? Did guys want to be him? Is that what happened? Was he very captivating in that behalf, or is it just like a meme that came out, or is it just like a joke that he made up? Like, he decided, no, this character was going to be the sex symbol for the show. I guess. And the same thing happens with Bakura sometimes, you know, he talks about all the fangirls and shit. And the same thing with Merrick. So, I just wondering, were these characters, when they were introduced, were these characters like pretty popular between, in the fan base, basically? That's what I mean. Because I don't get it. And I think like I'm missing part of the joke because of that. I'll still make fun of it. I'll still laugh at it. Like, it's still funny to see him act like this, you know. Oh my, I took Devlin, yes.
Totally wasted.
I'm so naughty, I should be spanked.
I love it. I love that he has this music whenever he's talking. I love that he's overly sexual.
Raid Joey's minibar and get totally wasted.
I'm
And
so
so-
naughty, I should be spanked.
Woohoo! Best party ever!
How the heck am I supposed to train for the finals with all this noise? Where the hell is that security?
Just watch, Hans. He will be so excited.
Hey, what are you guys up to?
We just wanted to show the Fiora a new Kyber Corp logo. Yeah.
You know what? That's not the first time I've seen that. Oddly enough. Weirdly enough, that's not the first time I've seen that symbol. I just don't know why I've seen it. in the beginning when they introduced these characters, it was just plainly offensive, but now it's just got funny.
Spend weeks designing it. My brother is way too busy to look at your stupid drawings.
I
Aw.
love YoCardMaker.net
Poor
so
guy.
much. I could spend hours making these
Lol Panther, Ceiling Panther Warrior is watching.
things.
Okay.
Great, now Taya's pulled down Duke's pants and she's spanking him. That image is now burned into my retinas for the rest of my life.
I'm so drunk right now. Maybe I should flirt with Serenity.
Go for it, Tristan. She's right. for
Oh,
the
you're
picking.
going to get slapped in the
Cody's
face.
right. Wait, I thought you were Cody. Does it really matter at this point?
Hey, Serenity, wanna see the most beautiful thing in the whole world?
Okay.
I call it my reflection.
Of course.
Wow.
I know.
Oh man, blocked. Don't be a jerk, Cody. Dude, I'm Zach. You're Cody. Maybe we're both Cody. Ooh.
Curse these non-fluffy pillows. How do they expect me to concentrate on being an evil mastermind if I can't even get my fucking beauty sleep?
And God bless Gruffy and Grammy and Tummy and all the other gummy bears. Amen.
Another day, another predictable card.
That was legit beautiful. Let's listen to that again.
And all the other gummy bears. Amen.
Another
He's so pure. We need to protect that guy.
day, another predictable card game tournament. Gee, I wonder if I'll win.
Hey, Yugi, did you notice anything strange about Bakura?
No? Why do you ask?
You are not going to win. Technically, it's Atom, which makes me wonder: is Yugimoto the main character? I don't think so. As he actually, who has more screen time? I think it goes down to this: who has more screen time, and who has more like who has more like plot weight? Is it Moto or Atom? Huh. Canal Bakura.
The Battle City Finals are about to begin. Everybody gather in the main hall for the pre-tournament.
Zork is
meal for
hungry.
cookies. Heil Kaiba! Hey, Steve, good luck in the finals. Try not to get utterly
called him
destroyed by
Steve.
the evil Merrick Ishtar, who I am not. Hey, thanks, Malik. You know, at first I didn't trust you, but let me tell you, pal, you're all right. I like you too, Steve.
My
That's
God,
why
that's just wrong. This is just wrong. So many levels.
I'm going to kill you last. Man, that is classic Malik. You are such a kidder. It's showtime, Synergy.
Jam is truly outrageous, truly, truly, truly outrageous. Whoa, Jam, the music's contagious.
I love the transformations.
Jam is my name, no one else is the same. Jam is my name. Jam.
Oh, it's from the Gem and the holograms. Wow. That's old school. Yeah. It's from Gem and the holograms. Wow. Interesting.
Must find those fools. What's
What's wrong with his face?
this?
Ah. Ooh. Ouch. Ouch. Ouch, Charlie.
That's not Merrick. Charlie bit my finger.
Murder a cup of tea.
We get it. You're British.
Heil Kaiba!
That was great. No, I found this episode to be legitimately entertaining. Although it did raise a few questions for me, which are the ones that I pointed out. Especially regarding the late appearance of Miss Ishtar. It feels like that just doesn't make sense, I don't know. It feels weird to me. But in general, the episode was pretty enjoyable. Yeah, guys, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoy it, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and share with your friends and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.